What up, YouTube? This is the Young Chevy Truck YouTube channel where I plan on showing you how to build a 1984 Chevy C10 truck that just burns rubber, ain't meant to be fast, and only meant to be fun for you. And in this episode, I'm going to be doing a lot of different things today, but I think I'm going to separate them into a couple of different videos. So probably like a good 3 videos will be done about what's going on today. So first things first, in this video, you're going to be seeing me making sure that the torque converter is going to actually mate up with the flywheel, well, flex plate in this case because it's an automatic. So I'm going to go out there, and I think I have an idea about how I'm going to make it work, but first things first, got to go out there, shake the cobwebs off the truck, do that whole thing. Because I was actually out there last night. I saw a couple spiders that were like yay big, so I got to go take care of those. So yeah, let's go shake the cobwebs off of it because it's been about a week since I last really worked on it. So yeah. All right, cobwebs have been cleared. Fresh small block Chevy. I cannot wait to crank this thing up. But first things first, y'all. I have a plan for how I'm gonna get the torque converter and the transmission. Well, how I'm gonna get the torque converter and the flywheel to line up. I think all I have to do is make sure that this pivot is all the way in the back on the tilty leveler thing, and then lift the engine. And then when I lift the engine, it's gonna sort of sandwich the transmission and the engine together a little bit better. Because if you look at them, they look slightly off. Hold on, let me set this camera down somewhere so I can better explain what's going on. God, I really need a tripod. But anyway, y'all, basically, the engine and the transmission are supposed to be sort of at like the same level, right? So, or at least the pans are supposed to kind of look like they're in the same ballpark, in the same like exact angle with, you know, the truck. So, basically, the engine is about here and the transmission is like there. So, I was thinking maybe lift the back right here of the engine and sort of bring them to the same level like that. And I'm thinking it'll just sort of bring them together and make everything made up just right. So that's really the whole plan for this video, and that's what I'm gonna try. So basically, I'm gonna show you the gap that I have right now because I didn't in the last video. Even though I don't want to get under this truck, I'm just gonna do it for the vlog and go under there anyway. But yep, I'm gonna go under there and show you the gap that I'm working with right now because it's a pretty large one. People were saying that I could just, you know, I could put the bolts in and just start tightening the bolts and then it's fine. But I don't believe in that because I was given explicit instructions not to do that. So yeah, so let's go ahead and look at that gap that I have right now so you guys see what I'm working with. Alright, so thankfully with this wonderful Phoenix light that I use every day, you guys should go get you one. I fully recommend getting the Phoenix light because they're literally the best things ever. But anyway, there is my gap right there. It turns out I don't have to get under the car for y'all to see it because, well, truck life. But you can probably see how the engine oil pan is tilted more like this, and while the transmission one is tilted more like that. So before I take that jack from underneath it, I'm just gonna lift the engine side, the back part of the engine, and hopefully bring everything together. And I think that's what it's gonna do. Let's go ahead and give it a try, and then we'll come back to where we are right here and see how the gap is looking then. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and make sure that the pivot, well, you know what, how about we lift this up a little bit? That would make sense, wouldn't it? Hold on a second. What in the world? Okay, well, now we got a problem. Hold on a second, y'all.
try to keep a really positive attitude on this channel, but that just made me so angry that I'm definitely gonna take about 15 minutes to just relax. Yeah, I broke my intake right at where the carburetor bolts on. I don't think it's bad to the point where I can't use the intake anymore, but it made me very, very angry just now. And I'm so glad I wasn't recording, because if I was recording, let's face it, I would have to show you the footage of me spazzing out, because that's too golden. But that made me so mad, y'all. I can't believe I just did that. The tilty thing got stuck inside the port for the intake, and so I was trying to get it out. And then getting it out resulted in a piece of the intake scraping itself basically out and up. Thankfully, it didn't fall in, but I hope this isn't bad enough to the point where I need to get another intake. They're not expensive, but it's still, like, I still hope I don't have to get another one. So let me just go ahead and show y'all the carnage that I just... Look at it. It's toe up, man. It's toe up. I have a feeling I'm stressing about nothing, but I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Of course, I'm not going to do anything about it today, but nothing fell in because I recovered the piece. Hold on, let me get the piece. Oh yeah, here it is. There's the piece that came out. That was basically carved right out of the side of the inside of the intake. Let's see if I can get it to focus. That's embarrassing, man. This junk is pitiful, bro. But it literally, when this came out, it literally flew up and went right into there. So thankfully, it did not fall in the motor. Yo, this makes me so angry, bro. This makes me so mad. Leave it to me, man. Leave it to me. Well, I guess this is the thumbnail. I'll go ahead and point to it. God, that makes me so mad. And I hate that. This is definitely going to have to be posted tonight or today because I want to see what y'all think about that whole situation. Come on, man. Leave it to me. I'm not gonna sit up here and stress about it, y'all. I'm just gonna go and get some tape, and I meant to put some tape over the intake so that nothing goes in it. That's what I should have did to begin with. Hopefully people can watch this and then, you know, learn something from that. But literally this thing, like, I carelessly just dropped the leveler and a piece of it went into here, and in trying to get it out, it just, this bolt right here literally just nicked the side of here and shot a piece of the intake up and out. It looks like it'll still seal for air just fine because the outer edge isn't messed up. It's just the little bit of the inside. A little bit of the inside edge is nicked, of course. Dang, man, I'm really not trying to take this intake back off. I already had to take it off one time to fix one other thing. I'm really not trying to take it back off. Tell me what y'all think about that. Dang, bruh. That sucks. God, that really sucks. Tell me what y'all think about that. Comment below, please. That's so discouraging. That just messed up my whole... That messed up my entire day for working on my car. I woke up this morning excited to do something about something. Woke up this morning ready to get stuff done. And now I just want to sit down for about 15 minutes. And I haven't even done anything yet. Like I said, y'all, comment below. Tell me what y'all think about that. I really, really hope that it's not bad. So, you know what? I'm going to get on the phone with my homie, who's a homie up in Virginia who races cars, and ask him what he thinks about this whole situation. I'm hopefully thinking that he is going to say it's cool, because it really should be fine. I might have to sand it down a little bit, though. That's the thing. Because it is a little There's a little piece that's coming up a little bit. There's two areas where it's kind of coming up a little bit. You know, let me just show y'all that too. But the corners, I could probably bring the camera down over it. See? Look at those two little pieces. I know I could probably get a magnet and just hold the magnet over everything and then sort of file them down so that the magnet catch the fragments. Wait a minute. Or can I do that? Man, I don't know, bro. I'm just brainstorming. I'm just trying. I'm reaching. Honestly, I'm reaching. Alright, so like I thought, I don't know if aluminum is as magnetic as cast iron, but I know I could probably file it down and make it look pretty again. But not all over the edge. I'm literally just going on just the parts that reach over. Man, that sucks. Alright, y'all. I'm trying not to dwell over this, but this just... it killed my whole entire mood. And I'm gonna have to title the video accordingly. I can't even title it, you know, fixing the torque converter situation, but man, that's just crap. Let me go get some tape to cover up that area. Come on, Steven.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a...
Hello?
Steven?
What's up?
I broke something.
What's wrong?
Did you see the pictures I sent you? The leveler got stuck on the inside of the intake, and then when I pulled it out, it took a chip out of the top of the intake where the car bolts onto it.
Oh, shoot. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Okay. I see it.
Yeah.
Alright, get a gasket and put a gasket on there. Yeah, get you a carburetor gasket and lay it on top of there.
Yeah, I don't think I have the old one. I'm gonna have to go get one.
Yeah, get you a carburetor gasket and just lay the gasket on there.
Mhm.
And see how much of the mating surface is still on that gasket.
Mhm.
You may be all right.
So wait, see how much of the mating surface is doing what?
Still under the gasket.
Uh-huh. Dang. All right. Well, I'll just call you back after I have that gasket.
Okay.
Thanks,
That'll
man.
work.
I appreciate you.
All right, man.
All right. Bye.
Later.
Oh, this just turned into a whole day. Okay. Change of plans, guys. This is probably going to be something that's going to take a big part of today because I have to wait for Kevin Dean to get back with the car because he's using the Sentra because, of course, the van isn't legal yet because of emissions reasons. So we're waiting on him to get back with that, and then we'll go up to the store, get this carb gasket. I'm going to get a square bore because, well, hint, hint, it's probably going to be a square bore carburetor what I'm using next. So I won't tell you guys any more than that, though. But yeah, we're going to go ahead up to the store when he gets back with the car, of course, and see about if I'm going to be cool or not. If there's is a vacuum leak, then I'm going to have to get a whole nother intake again, and I just destroyed a brand new intake then. That sucks, man. Leave it to me. I'm just going to go in here and chill, and I'm not going to even worry about it for right now. I'm just going to leave everything where it sits. I'm gonna call my dad, see how he's doing, and then we'll just relax for a little bit, and then we'll go to the store and get the square bore gasket for this thing. So yeah, let's do it. All right, y'all. Got Kevin Dean on the vlog. He's only wearing the shades to look cool now. You got your juice?
Got my juice.
Yeah, if y'all didn't know, Kevin Dean is an avid juicer. He makes his own healthy juice, no preservatives in it. We're gonna have to put that on your vlogs, Dad. That has to be something like.
I had to start taking orders.
But y'all, luckily, I think we're gonna be in the clear because the carburetor gasket for the square bore is actually a whole lot fatter than the intake is for that little section of the intake that's broken. So when we put the intake manifold, when we put the carburetor on and we put the gasket on over it and we tighten it down, it should be enough gasket over it to cover that little area that's broken instead of actually, you know, creating a leak, because it doesn't fit directly over the intake. It's fatter, significantly fatter. We blew by it. For now, we're in here getting painter's tape so that we can put it over the intake manifold so that nothing falls in. As I showed you, nothing fell in before, but just dealing with what I just dealt with, it could have fell in, and I could have had to take the intake manifold off for sure. So, but I'm still gonna go through the motions of checking to make sure that there's no vacuum leak, you know, with this gasket that we bought that's in the car. But I still just, I feel 10 times better hearing that it's probably gonna be cool based off of the gasket. So now we're gonna get some of this. We don't need, wow, what? That's a 3-pack? We don't need all that.
Need cheap.
Yeah, I think this will be cool. So now when I go to the drag strip, I can put it over the back so that the, you know, rubber doesn't stick on the back of the truck because of all the burnouts.
Okay,
Yeah, see, yeah,
okay.
see, just,
Check you out.
yeah, see, I know something about drag racing.
What?
I know something. All right, well, there it goes. All right, guys, so here's the new gasket. And like I said, hint, hint, I got a square bore. So, yeah, I'll let y'all just dance with that. It's time to see if this is gonna be a big problem or not. So, oh, I think I'm gonna be straight, y'all. Ooh, I think I'm gonna be good. Like I said at the store, it's such a big gap. It's such a big, like, overlay of gasket going on. Let me just flip that thing in a manual. There we go. See, it's just so much hanging over that. So I'm thinking we're gonna be good, y'all. Thinking we're gonna be good. Let's take another look at that again. Of course, it is standing up a little bit, but I think when we actually tighten things down, that should go away. So I think we're gonna be good. I'm gonna call my homie from Virginia. I'm gonna just call him, like, y'all, basically, there's a dude up north who is engaged to my cousin, and his name is Steven. And he's been a big help to this whole situation. He's actually the one who brought this motor down here in a rental car. He brought the block and the pistons and the rods for me, and I gave him $200, and he fast talked somebody into letting him take the block and everything for $200, and so basically he got me what you guys see in my engine compartment right now. So, but I just want to, you know, give him his time to shine, because he's always been there when I need to call him, and he'll help me out with pretty much everything I need. I basically had to tell you guys who he is because I'm going to be mentioning his name a lot. So Steven is my guy from up north. So Steven said that I need to get a gasket, and I need to check to see the gap. I need to check and see how bad, like, a leak would be if I put a carburetor on top of it. And so now I'm going to call Steven and see what he thinks about the situation that I have set up right here, because it doesn't look bad at all. And especially when I'm tightening everything down and everything's buttoned down, it shouldn't be an issue right there at all. It shouldn't be a problem for, you know, air to move through. I think the air will be fine, and it'll stay compressed in the given area. I'm talking too much. Let me go ahead and call him, and I'll talk to y'all in a second.
Hello?
Hey Steven, you seen the pictures in the video I sent you?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at them.
Okay.
Let me look at them, and then I'll call you back.
All right, cool. Bye.
All right.
Steven, needless to say, is also a mechanic, so we're just gonna wait for him to call us back. You see, guys, most of my channel, all it consists of is me messing things up and trying to fix them and calling Steven to help me out. My channel in a nutshell. It's really just like a matter of watching my mistakes. So I hope that this helps somebody else in the future. Hopefully they'll see this and then y'all be like, oh, well, now I know not to do that. Or long story short, make sure that you tape up your intake manifold so that not even big stuff like, you know, like the leveler can hang over in there, because it might get stuck and then you might try to pull it out and you might break your intake manifold on accident. End up like me. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this garage door, and we'll wait for him to call us back, and then we'll keep going. Oh, and also, guys, real quick, I got some stuff coming in the mail that I'm really excited about, because, you know, like I said in the last video, where I was putting the motor in, I ran out of memory as well as battery the last time I was recording all day. So I got something that's probably going to help with that. I got a new battery coming, as well as a 64 gigabyte card instead of the 32 gigabyte card that I had to start with when I first bought this camera. So I'll be able to record pretty much all day. And not only do I have the 32 gig card, but I'll have the well, I said that wrong. Not only will I have the 64 gig card, but I'll have the 32 gig as a backup. So there's that. And these batteries pretty much last all day versus the GoPro batteries. So I'll be able to basically record for a long day and a short day, any given short day of work. So yeah, I just want to tell you guys that real quick. Okay, update, ladies and gents. I should be good. I got my guy from, I can stop calling him that now. I got Steven telling me that I should be good to go. So yeah, and I also got some intel about how the flex plate isn't really meeting the torque converter right. But I think what I'm gonna do is just get on with this deal that I'm dealing with right now, and making sure that it's taped up and nothing's gonna fall in while because I'm gonna be doing a lot of work over the engine. I figure, so I might as well tape it up, make sure nothing's gonna fall in there for sure. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of work, above it and around it, and so yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna do that, and then I'll get back to you guys real quick, and then we'll talk more about the flex plate and torque converter issue. Now that we got that safe and secured, time to worry about the torque converter. So Steven had to go because, of course, like I said, he's a mechanic, and he had a customer call. But he was telling me that I have to push the torque converter back out, and after I take everything apart, it's gonna fall in a little bit. So I mean, I don't really know. I mean, like I said, this is my first time doing something like this. He said that I shouldn't have to lift up the back of the motor to get everything to come together, but it looks as if it would help though. If you see, like I've showed you guys before, I believe. I showed you guys how the engine and the transmission just don't look like they're aligned in the same sense. But he said that because they're on the dowel pins, I shouldn't have an issue. But I don't know. Not really sure what I'm gonna do next, because I just kind of jumped over a major hurdle there with the intake manifold. I know y'all are gonna roast me in the comments section. Y'all gonna grill me in the comments section, but it's all good. Hey, as long as somebody's learning from it, I really don't care what y'all say. As long as some young person out there doesn't do the same thing I did, then I don't care what y'all say about it. So go ahead, roast away. But I guess I should go ahead and try to push the torque converter back out a little bit to get it to mate up with the flex plate. But I don't know. I really wish that he wasn't so busy and I could actually ask him about this and he could continue. I'm gonna just send him a text and ask him to just call me back whenever he gets a chance, because I really was hoping to get this done today, but it seems like the only thing about today was messing up and fixing what I messed up. It wasn't really didn't really get any further, and I really wanted to get further. But I got plenty of daylight. Not that I need daylight for this to go how it goes, but got plenty of daylight, so I figured I gotta get more done. I got to. Well, guys, I didn't really get any feedback on what I should do about the torque converter situation, but as for the intake manifold, everyone is saying I should be fine. All the people who have done this, since they were my age and are, basically all the people who are double my age are saying that it should be fine. So, with that said, I'm content. I know y'all, some of y'all in the comment section are gonna be like, that's not a good idea, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, but I don't really care. So now I'm about to go and see about doing the torque converter, because I want to see if you can actually slide it out some, like I was told you could. So slide it out just a little bit and then get the bolts started, and then cool. So yeah, so I'm gonna get up under it and see if you can actually slide it under, and I'm gonna do it for the vlog, and I'm gonna put my nice camera under there. But like I said, I got insurance on this thing, so if I break it, who cares? I'll just get another one. Sorry for the noise, y'all. There's a mower going outside. But I figured you don't really need great sound for what I'm about to do, so I'm just about to take this crowbar. Great, that's not what I wanted to do. I think that's doing something. Because I can see it moving a little bit. And I think I saw it move forward one time. So this is probably a terrible angle, y'all. I'm so sorry. But let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, I think it did work. Oh, it worked. Y'all, it worked. I can bolt the torque converter to it now. Alright, I gotta get this from the other side. Boom, that should be it. That should be it right there. I hope I can actually get a bolt in the hole though. That's the only issue because of where the flex plate is sitting, because I had the motor at top dead center, so. Oh, yep, and it. Oh, I know it didn't. I'm tripping. Alright, let me go get some bolts. I'll be right back, y'all. Y'all see that? Make sure my head ain't in the way. Y'all see that? That's a bolt, and it's in. Time to celebrate. So we got a bolt in. Super excited that was a whole lot easier than I thought it would be. Thought I'd have to finesse the motor a little bit more, but it turns out that we're in good shape. So hold on, let me make sure I'm in focus, because I had to put it on manual when I set it down over there because it sort of focused in on the lift and not me. So I got one bolt in. The sad thing about it is that I got to turn the motor off of top dead center if I'm going to get the other bolts in also. But I'm just happy I got that one in, because that one in means a whole lot. And it's threading in easy. It's not like really hard to do. It's not tight. I did it basically by hand for most of the way until the flywheel stopped me. So, but I think we're looking good. Hey, Kevin Dean, I'm winning.
I knew you would.
You know what? I decided that since this is all going so well, I'm gonna try to finish this job tonight, because I want this part of the truck situation to be done. I want the torque converter to be fully seated where it should be. So I'm actually gonna run up to the store. I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner, but I should probably put lock washers on these things. I don't want to put Loctite, but I think lock washers would be just fine. So actually, I'm gonna go up to the store. They should have the lock washers for this size. They should. This should be like what? Like a, I forget, 7/16 was the one they didn't have. 5/16 is the one that I found at Lowe's. So this should be a 5/16. So actually, go up to the store and we will get these lock washers, and then we'll finish this job all together completely. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to have this all done. Just one thing to check off the list. You know, I thought about just leaving it and coming back tomorrow, but why do that when I could literally just go up to the store and just have one thing off my mental? So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So let's get the keys. I got the keys, got my phone. Let's head up there. All right, y'all, so I got lock washers now, and they fit perfectly. 3/8. Perfect. So now I'm gonna go ahead and actually tuck these things down for good. I'm about to get emotional, because this is another step towards running and moving again. And this is also another step towards not having these things ever come loose again. So I hope I can get enough light down there for y'all. If not, then I really apologize, but oh well, at least it'll be done. I did promise that in this video that this would be done, so here you go.
This is too much, y'all. I'll talk to y'all when it's done. All right, guys. So the torque converter is officially bolted on. It's bolted on, y'all. It's good to go. No more gaps. So I'm really happy about that. I think the only thing I'm gonna do right now is actually pour the new oil back into the engine so that everything is cool. And something that made me kind of worried is I turned the engine and it's a whole lot harder to turn now. But I think it's just because it has the added weight of the torque converter actually bolted to the whole thing. So that's something that startled me a little bit, but it would only make sense that it would get difficult right when I put the torque converter on it. You get what I'm saying. So yeah, now I'm about to go and put the new oil back in the new motor. Alright y'all, so as you already saw, I put the oil back into the motor, and I mean, there's nothing to really see about that. Of course, I made sure that the plug on the oil pan was tight, so of course it's not gonna leak out, and I'm not gonna come back to it tomorrow and see that it's leaked out. One thing I do wanna check for tomorrow is if the motor mount, see how the bolt is pointing out like that? I'm trying to make sure that basically it doesn't interfere with the fuel pump right there. I really don't want that to interfere. So I'm just gonna make sure that I leave all of this hooked up, basically is what I'm saying. So that when I come back tomorrow, if I do have to change the bolt, if I have to, you know, move the bolt or make it point back towards the starter, then I can do that. And you know, I won't have to hook up the lift and all that to do it. So I'm just gonna leave all that hooked up, so for, you know, the just in case. But I don't think it'll get in the way though. But I'm just gonna try it tomorrow just to make sure that it won't, so I can rest easy. As for the intake manifold situation, I think it's gonna be fine. After looking at it for a while, I think it should be straight. I got, you know, like I said, people a whole lot older than me who've been doing this for a while telling me that it looks fine and not to worry about it. I was also told put a little bit of oil on the bottom side of the gasket, also on the top side, just so that, I forget the reasoning behind it, but it's like some kind of trick that's supposed to help cover the area a little bit more before I start this engine. So yeah, but I think it's gonna be fine though. The gasket, like I said, is like this thick, and the space that I chipped is about this big. So the gasket is gonna cover, and when I tighten the bolts down, it's gonna cover over that area regardless. So I'm not really worried about a vacuum leak. So just like that, y'all, I think this one's pretty much over, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. I already told you guys that, so I guess we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. I won't talk too much about it right now, but I really appreciate you guys watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.